Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you tell what game this is? Name it in the comments. Okay, what about this one? Can you even name this one? Okay, lastly, this one. The point I'm trying to make is that when it comes to VR multiplayer shooters, your only options are gritty modern military or totally wacky and unrealistic. Nothing against games in either category, many of these are great in fact, but VAIL VR does something different. It combines the realistic physics and interactions that make VR military games so immersive, while having a unique sci-fi based aesthetic that sets it apart from the competition, meaning you're getting the best of both worlds. Virtual escapism with a cool visual style and immersive weapon handling and gunplay. And while the almost hardcore nature of this game might not be for everyone, if you're looking for a competitive multiplayer shooter, then I think you'll like VAIL VR. But hang on, go back 5 seconds. And while the almost hardcore nature of this game might not be for everyone, yeah, I wasn't kidding. You see, VAIL VR is a competitive team-based multiplayer shooter with a focus on physics-based weapons, immersive interactions, and polished gameplay. I've been meaning to make this video for months, and thanks to VAIL VR finally officially launching on both Steam and the MetaQuest store, I finally have a chance to show you how cool this game is. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring me to make this video, but I'm gonna be honest, I would totally still be making this even if they weren't, because this is one of the most difficult yet rewarding shooters I've ever played. Because for every challenging moment like this, it must be on this side then. I ran out of ammo. Or this. Let's try it out now. Or this. Oh, he's right there. He gave himself away. I knew where he was. Dang it. There's at least one moment like this.
How? That was the most amazing shot ever.
But what makes VAIL VR so addictively competitive? Well, there are two main reasons. One, the insanely low time to kill. Seriously, it takes like one headshot to down a player, so you really have to aim for headshots, which requires a lot of fine muscle control and really good reflexes. And number two, every action is manual. Reloading your gun, throwing a grenade, activating the objective. If you're not familiar with your weapon or warmed up for the match, it'll show. And both of these reasons contribute to the incredibly high skill ceiling of this game, since reloading faster takes physical skill, aiming and controlling recoil requires fine muscle control, and knowing which angles to cover is key. This game perfectly demonstrates the difference between virtual reality gaming and traditional gaming. It's a matter of input scale. Rather than just learning the finger muscle memory of a few buttons on a controller or keyboard, your whole body is involved in performing the actions of your character. You will develop the muscle memory to reload your favorite weapons faster. You will learn how to aim high to hit headshots more consistently. You will learn how much to pull down on your weapon to fight recoil. And you will understand why this game had its own esports tournament.
First place at the Miami VAIL Major got $20,000. Second place, 10.
And he takes it down! Wow! 2 versus 1 situation. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Now they still have to deal.
It's so cool to have a game where physical skill is actually the deciding factor. VAIL has really leaned into this virtual competition aspect of their game. They want this to be played at a professional level, which to me explains why the gunplay feels so good. While VAIL does have a cool minimalist futuristic setting, the weapons are all based on real-world guns, so they won't be totally unfamiliar. These weapon models not only look amazing, but they handle amazing as well. Whether it's knocking out magazines, cycling bolt actions, or racking slides, everything feels exactly how it should. Tactile, weighty, and most importantly, satisfying. VR does a great job of showing the general population that reloading is a skill. Like, it takes genuine coordination and knowledge to be able to reload a weapon of any caliber, and most games treat it like an afterthought, something to do while you hide behind cover and regain health, but not in VR. In VR, you have to choose between looking down to see what you're doing while reloading and keeping your eyes peeled at the enemies directly in front of you. And the people who practice and get good at reloads have a huge advantage over those who don't, because once you get good at reloads, you'll be able to do them faster, maybe even without looking down, but regardless of your skill level, it always feels cool.
Last one.
Just remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. Physically throwing grenades is another thing that requires actual skill and the ability to aim. Thankfully, VAIL VR has amazing physics for throwing items. I mean, just look at this guy. This guy knows what he's doing. It's like a glizzy meme. But seriously, the gameplay feels really solid. The weapons all handle amazing, and you'll definitely find a favorite and want to stick to it. Luckily, the progression system gives you plenty of time to learn the ins and outs of each weapon, and often you'll get a new holo sight or scope between matches, which keeps the gameplay loop pretty consistently fun. I'm guessing not everyone will be a fan of this system since it locks you out of using specific weapons and even custom loadouts for a while, but personally, I'm glad to have something to work towards that keeps me wanting to play the next match. And there's also a currency you get which allows you to buy skins, but I do think you have to buy them outside of the game for now, like through their Discord or something. Honestly, it's a little confusing of a process, so hopefully they can integrate the store into the actual game soon. Now, I'm sure many of you watching have already heard of, or maybe even played this game while it was in early access, but VAIL VR is finally officially launching on the Quest and Steam store. Now, along with this launch update comes new weapons like the Deagle and the first ever shotguns to be added to the game, plus 2 new maps, new social features and leaderboards, and of course a full progression system for unlocking stuff. But the best part of this launch by far is that they're also giving away a custom VAIL and Happy147 branded VR-ready gaming PC. And if that's not enough, 10 Quest 3 headsets. And some merch and other prizes, but how cool is that? Happy147 is one of the reasons why I started making VR videos in the first place. For those of you who don't know, Happy is the democratically appointed leader of the Smooth Brains. At least, assuming paying a monthly fee to a stranger on the internet counts as some kind of democratic vote of approval. But his VR videos strike the perfect balance of effortlessly funny and somehow surprisingly informative, but always in a very down-to-earth and genuine way. So it makes me super happy to see VAIL VR recognizing and appreciating creators like him.
I keep making the same stupid videos with the same stupid jokes that I have been for 3 years in a row now. Smooth brain, smooth brain, smooth brain. And yet we've gotten to a point where there's enough people meandering around this little corner of the internet that not only is there a Smooth Brain DLC pack on a real Steam store page, but we've also altered the canon lore of one of the biggest VR shooters on the market.
Patient 147 is the title given to test subjects who are part of an ongoing case study.
On the off chance that you're watching this, Happy, congratulations and keep it up, bro.
Oh, look at him. He's the perfect man.
But to the rest of you, join the giveaway link in my link tree. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it made you as excited as I am about VAIL VR, and maybe I'll even see you in a lobby. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Virtual Bro, and I'll see you later.